Hello there. You might have heard on Saturday that the Outdoor and Freedom Party has gone and joined the Umbrella Party with Brian Tamaki. And well, I think the best way to describe it is probably using a quote from Hamilton. Because, Hamilton. When King George turns around and says, they'll tear each other to pieces, oh my God, this will be fun. Because that's exactly what's happening. In fact, this could be the best move out there for DemocracyNZ, which is absolutely fascinating. You see, the Outdoor and Freedom Party, their members have never really been big fans of Brian Tamaki. A lot of them have this thing about church and state not being combined. There's also the fact that while they were technically both involved at the protest in Wellington, people from the Outdoors and Freedom Party kind of considered the people from Tamaki's organisations to be just there for show. They'd show up on their motorbikes every other day, rev the engine a little bit, and leave. They didn't do any of the digging in and building of a community that others have done. On top of that, one of the other organisations that's been inducted into this umbrella is Rock the Vote, which is a bunch of old white racist boomers. Oh, they're terrible people who campaign on things like making sure Aotearoa is not used instead of the word New Zealand. And they now have to team up with an organisation where the co-leader is actually very proudly and fiercely Maori. She ran for the Maori Party. You've now got people from both camps who are sitting there who have to work together. And the fascinating thing, having a look through the comment section and seeing what the responses have been, is just how unhappy the Outdoor and Freedom Party fan base has been about this particular decision. Because while they certainly agree on how much they dislike the government and how bad vaccines are and freedoms, a lot of their policies don't really align. So having them get together under an umbrella, really difficult thing for them to actually all come together and work together. And a lot of the comment threads had said the same thing. I'm voting for Matt King. Fuck you too. Always going to be a risk with this sort of thing. In fact, in May, there was rumors that this was going to happen, and they had people leave en masse when that occurred. Last year, when Brian Tamaki had his totally legit, not at all mock, stupid-looking trial on the steps of Parliament, where everything was already predisposed as everyone being guilty, he Nuremberged them. They had people then turn around and go, no, we're leaving if there's even a mention of us being a part of this. This is not a good thing for the Outdoor and Freedom Party. They're going to be swallowed up by the ego of Brian Tamaki, who did for a very long time turn around and say, I'm not running, I'd have to be a liar, crook to be a politician. Now he's admitted he's a liar and a crook because he's going to want to be a politician as number one on their list. Why not? The funny thing here is, though, that neither party got more than 0.1% at the last elections 3 years ago. They'll be struggling to do that again because they now get seen as one great big conspiracy theory nutjob party without policies that actually relate to anything else. In fact, one of their spokespeople for the Freedom Party, which hasn't been announced yet, is going to be their Freedoms spokesperson. My God, I'm using a lot of air quotes today. I don't think this is something that we need to worry about. Brian's belief that he's going to get 20% of the vote is laughable at best, and it's ridiculous at worst. Really deluded. So don't panic. I don't think these people are going to get in there, but it will certainly be an interesting thing to sit down and watch and see how you get all of these disparate groups that don't actually agree on anything other than what they don't like, trying to work together for a common good.